This is my first time experiencing the show, and this is the perfect date night for my wife and I. And we're absolutely blown away by the dancing, the music. It's just so magical. I'm blown away by the culture, by the costumes, by the dancers, by the high-flying moves that they do. Everything is just over the top and just beautiful.
加拿大安省奥沙华市议员Chris Ainsworth 才看完上半场，就已经对神韵连连称奇。
You get to know the different ethnic groups and the different areas of China, and you get to see them all come together, but yet they're all different in their own special way. You have a fabulous reputation of all different parts of China, from what I've seen, and again, it's just very magical.
It was magical for sure, and I could definitely see how people would say it's hypnotic if you really get into just kind of relaxing into the moment and letting it take you into the story, because you're right there with them. I thought the performance was exceptional. I think it's an interesting combination of the history of Chinese culture and dance, and how you've incorporated both that style with the West, and then the blend of the languages I thought was very informative. The music was fantastic. Naturally you get used to a lot of things that are really fast, but this is actually, it was both creative, artistic, and innovative at the same time. I enjoyed the digital background. It's almost like a movie in some way, but then the characters come to life in 3D, and then they elevate literally into the clouds, which added to the story. So I thought it was, in terms of use of theater, usually your sets are more static. Right? So in this case, I thought it provided a lot of flexibility to add to the story and, again, make it really pop. I particularly enjoyed the Kung Fu Lady Boss, right? Where, she took the time to kind of bring everyone together, and they were kind of creative in what they were doing, but it was very stylistic. I mean, naturally, there was the piece with Buddha in the background with a focus on meditation and kind of elevating yourself and focusing on your goals, which was good too, but the other one was very amusing.
Andrea McKinney 20多年来一直在省市政府部门任职。他认为神韵用创新的舞台艺术完美烘托了演出的主旨，特别是有关法轮大法的舞剧，给人的感受非常积极正面。
The continued focus on kindness and on being redeemed. Like there was a lot of color in the show as well, which brought a lot of beauty into the background. The costumes were very interesting, and clearly they put a lot of effort into making sure that the theme of the show hangs together in a way that you're sending a very positive message, and the music matches and the dancing is great. There are different points in the show where the characters may not be entirely positive, or they're not quite sure, or there seems to be the direction of their life. They have some experiences, and then they reorient. The followers of the teachings of Falun Dafa continue to try to push forward to bring that back. I think that's an interesting message that I don't think we hear about a lot of the time. The unbreakable human spirit, I think, is a really positive message and they just kept, even when people walked away from them and weren't that nice to them, they were still willing to embrace them and help them move forward in a positive way.
It's definitely hopeful, gives me hope, gives me my spirit, makes me feel complete. I'm going to leave here tonight, I think, feeling very good about myself, good about everybody around me. It's just, again, it's so magical.
他们向所有人推荐神韵演出。
Take the time to come and experience Shenyang. It's definitely something that you're never going to forget. And particularly, we're kind of coming out of winter and going into spring. The timing is really interesting too, because one of the best things for me about spring is the colors, and it is full of colors and positive messages, which I think the world needs right now. I thought it was fantastic, and I highly recommend it.
If you have never been here, this is a must-see show.
新唐人电视台记者朱丹，加拿大密西沙加报道。